I still remember a conversation with Michael, a 66-year-old retired architect who swore by his two boiled eggs every morning routine. For years, he believed those eggs were the perfect insurance policy for keeping his muscles strong. They were quick, familiar, and had that healthy image we've all been told about. But his lab results showed something surprising during a routine checkup. He was slowly losing muscle mass. When I asked what his daily protein looked like, he proudly replied, "Eggs every morning." That's when I had to share a truth most people over 60 have never heard. Eggs are good, but tar from the best. Per 100 grams, eggs give you about 13 grams of protein. Not nasty, but there are foods that offer 3, 4, or even 5 times as much. And the bigger problem? After age 60, our bodies don't process protein as efficiently. The National Institutes of Health notes that muscle protein synthesis, the body's ability to repair and build muscle, can drop by nearly 30% if we're not intentional with what we eat. Low protein intake works silently. At first, you might notice your steps are a little slower or getting up from a chair feels heavier. Then, over the years, muscles shrink, balance falters, and the risk of falls climbs higher. The good news? The process can be slowed, even reversed, when you give your body the right fuel in the right amounts. That's why today, I'm sharing 10 powerful foods that beat eggs in protein content and bring extra nutrients to protect your muscles, joints, and bones. Some are everyday items you've seen 100 times, but underestimated. Others are hidden gems supported by research, including one studied to help stroke survivors rebuild strength. So, before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from, and how's your energy level these days? Your story might inspire someone else to take their first step towards stronger, more confident years ahead. Let's start with number 10 on our list, Greek yogurt. But not just any kind. I'm talking about plain, non-fat strained Greek yogurt. You might already think of it as a healthy snack. But most people over 60 don't realize how much muscle-protecting power it holds. Here's the surprise. Per 100 grams, non-fat strained Greek yogurt packs 10.3 grams of protein. That's almost double what you get from a boiled egg of the same weight, without the extra saturated fat. The secret lies in how it's made. It's strained not once, not twice, but 3 times. This process removes much of the liquid whey and lactose, leaving behind a dense, creamy yogurt rich in protein and easier to digest, even for many people with mild lactose sensitivity. A 2020 nutrient study found that older adults who consumed at least 20 grams of dairy-based protein daily preserved up to 25% more muscle mass over 12 weeks, especially when combined with simple activities like walking. That's measurable, real-world protection against the muscle loss that sneaks up with age. I think of my patient Linda, a 68-year-old retired teacher. She'd always skipped breakfast or just had toast. When she switched to a bowl of Greek yogurt topped with ground flax seeds and fresh berries, she noticed that climbing stairs felt easier within weeks, and her afternoon slumps disappeared. The beauty of Greek yogurt is its versatility. Blend it into your morning smoothie for a creamy texture. Whip it into a savory dip with herbs. Use it as a base for a light salad dressing, or enjoy it plain with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Want to boost its benefits? Add a handful of nuts for healthy fats, or a spoonful of chia seeds for extra fiber and omega-3s. It's simple, affordable, and, most importantly, easy to make a habit. And when it comes to maintaining muscle after 60, consistency is half the battle. Number 9 on our list might already be sitting in your pantry, quietly waiting to do wonders for your muscles. Chickpeas. These humble little legumes don't look like much, but they deliver around 11.2 grams of protein per 100 grams when cooked. That's more than eggs, plus a whole range of extra benefits that eggs simply can't match. Here's one big difference: fiber. Chickpeas are loaded with it, and that's important because fiber feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut. Harvard researchers have found that a healthier gut environment can lower inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is one of the hidden culprits behind age-related muscle loss. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that older adults who replaced some animal protein with legumes like chickpeas saw up to 26% less muscle loss over time. But chickpeas don't stop there. They're also a great source of magnesium, a mineral that helps muscles contract appropriately and recover faster after activity. Without enough magnesium, muscles can feel tight, cramp easily, and fatigue faster. I remember Robert, a 70-year-old who loved tending to his garden, but had started struggling to climb the small ladder he used for pruning. He began adding chickpeas to his lunches, sometimes as creamy hummus, other times tossed into salads or stews. A few months later, he told me he could move around the garden more freely without that nagging leg fatigue. To get the best from chickpeas, soak them overnight before cooking. This softens them, improves digestibility, and helps your body absorb more nutrients. You can roast them with a pinch of sea salt for a crunchy snack, blend them with olive oil and lemon juice for a heart-healthy spread, or mix them into a warm curry. They're inexpensive, versatile, and can fit into almost any meal. And just like with Greek yogurt, the secret is making them a regular part of your week. Over time, these small, consistent choices create a strong foundation for staying mobile and independent well into your 70s and beyond. Number 8 on our list is tiny but mighty, quinoa. At first glance, it looks like just another grain, but it's a seed, and it comes with a nutritional profile that can stand shoulder to shoulder with high-quality meat. Once cooked, quinoa delivers about 14 grams of complete protein per 100 grams. That word, complete, is key. It means quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make alone, the building blocks your muscles need to repair and grow. Many plant foods fall short here, but quinoa checks every box. One amino acid, lysine, is worth mentioning. Lysine plays a significant role in muscle repair, calcium absorption for bone strength, and even collagen production for healthy joints. A 2022 study in Nutrients found that older adults who added quinoa to their daily meals saw a 9% increase in leg strength in just 8 weeks, compared to a group eating white rice. That's a significant boost quickly, without substantial changes to their exercise routines. I think of a hiking group in Colorado, mostly members in their 60s and early 70s. They swapped out their usual pasta lunches for quinoa bowls loaded with vegetables and a drizzle of olive oil. Within a few months, many reported better endurance on trails and less soreness the day after. For best results, soak quinoa overnight before cooking. This helps remove saponins, natural compounds that can interfere with nutrient absorption, and makes it easier for your body to access the protein inside. Try using bone broth or low-sodium vegetable stock instead of water for added minerals when cooking. You can even sprinkle in turmeric and black pepper for a gentle anti-inflammatory boost. Quinoa fits almost any dish, from savory breakfast bowls topped with sautéed greens and mushrooms to hearty dinner salads. And the best part? You don't need large portions. Just 3/4 of a cup daily can help improve muscle recovery and energy, especially when paired with consistent activity. Number 7 on our list might be the easiest snack upgrade you'll ever make: pumpkin seeds. Per 100 grams, they deliver an impressive 19 grams of protein, nearly twice what you'd get from the exact weight of eggs. But their real strength lies in the bonus minerals they bring along for the ride. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium, a mineral your muscles depend on for smooth contractions and relaxation. Without enough magnesium, you're more likely to experience cramps, tightness, or that heavy legs feeling after even mild activity. They also provide iron, which ferries oxygen to your muscle cells, and zinc, which supports tissue repair and strengthens your immune system. A Journal of Medicinal Food study found that older adults who ate pumpkin seeds daily reduced muscle inflammation by up to 38% in just 12 weeks. That's not just prevention, turning back the clock on damage already done. I remember Janet, a 65-year-old who struggled with calf cramps at night. She started sprinkling a tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds over her yogurt in the morning and adding them to salads at lunch. Within a month, her cramps were far less frequent, and she said her legs felt lighter during her daily walks. For the most significant benefits, stick to raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. Roasting at high heat or adding lots of salt can strip away nutrients or add unnecessary sodium. You can snack on them by the handful. Stir them into oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or grind them into a creamy seed butter. Mix them with sunflower seeds and a few dried cranberries for an easy, portable trail mix. Think of magnesium like the electrician of your muscles, keeping every signal firing smoothly. And pumpkin seeds are one of the simplest, tastiest ways to keep that system running without pills or powders. A small handful a day can make a big difference in how your muscles perform and recover. Number 6 on our list is a food that delivers muscle-building protein and works behind the scenes to improve digestion. Tempeh. At 20 grams of protein per 100 grams, it easily outperforms eggs, but the real magic comes from how it's made. Unlike tofu, which is made from soy milk, tempeh is made from whole soybeans that have been fermented. This fermentation process does two important things. First, it makes tempeh easier to digest, a massive plus for older adults who may struggle with heavier proteins. Second, it creates natural probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that live in your gut and help you absorb nutrients more efficiently. Why does that matter for muscle health? A 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with a diverse, healthy gut microbiome retained 18% more lean muscle mass over a year than those with poor gut health, even when their diets looked similar on paper. Simply put, a healthier gut can make your protein work harder for you. Tempeh also provides all 9 essential amino acids, plus leucine, which tells your muscles, it's time to grow. After 60, your body needs more leucine to get the same muscle-building signal it used to respond to more easily in youth. Tempeh helps you meet that need naturally. I think of Margaret, 64, who came to me saying breakfast meats upset her stomach. We swapped her bacon for lightly pan-seared tempeh strips with a splash of tamari. Within weeks, she noticed her digestion improved, her energy was steadier, and her post-workout soreness faded faster. Tempeh is versatile. Slice it and sear until golden. Crumble it into stir-fries. Add it to salads, or layer it into sandwiches. Pair it with vitamin C-rich vegetables like bell peppers or broccoli to boost iron absorption. And because of its firm texture and nutty flavor, tempeh feels satisfying, a genuine meat alternative without the heaviness. It's a double win. Your muscles get the protein they need, and your gut gets the support to make that protein count. Number 5 on our list might be the smallest ingredient you'll ever add to your diet, but it's also one of Earth's most concentrated protein sources: spirulina. This deep green, nutrient-dense algae delivers 29 grams of protein per 100 grams, nearly triple what you'd get from eggs. Even more impressive, up to 85% of that protein is bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use it remarkably. Spirulina is a complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, including a generous dose of leucine, the trigger your body needs to start building and repairing muscle. And that's just the start. Spirulina also tackles one of the biggest hidden threats to aging muscles: chronic low-grade inflammation. A 2022 nutrient study found that spirulina's unique pigment, phycocyanin, reduced C-reactive protein, a key inflammation marker. by 32%. Less inflammation means your body can repair muscle tissue faster and more effectively. Spirulina also boosts nitric oxide levels, which improves blood flow so nutrients can reach muscle fibers quickly. I think of Harold, a 69-year-old avid cyclist, who began adding just a teaspoon of spirulina to his morning smoothie. Within a month, he noticed less stiffness after rides and a smoother recovery the next day. He joked that it was like giving my muscles a repair crew before they even clocked in. The great thing about spirulina is how little you need. A teaspoon a day, about 3 to 4 grams, is enough to make a noticeable difference over time. You can stir it into smoothies with banana and spinach, mix it into warm oatmeal after cooking, or even roll it into homemade energy balls with dates, nuts, and seeds. Its flavor is earthy, so pairing it with naturally sweet or savory ingredients helps balance the taste, and because it's so concentrated, a small jar can last weeks. Think of spirulina as a nutrient tsunami, sweeping in with protein, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds, all in one tiny emerald green scoop. Number 4 on our list is soft, nutty, and deceptively powerful: hemp seeds. Per 100 grams, they deliver about 35 grams of protein, making them one of the richest plant-based protein sources. And like quinoa and spirulina, hemp seeds are a complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids in the right balance for muscle repair. What makes hemp seeds special for people over 60 is how easy they are to digest. Their proteins come wrapped in healthy omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation, protect heart health, and keep joints moving smoothly. One omega-6 found in hemp, gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, has been shown in WHO reviews to reduce joint pain and stiffness, making daily movement easier and more comfortable. Protein alone keeps muscles strong, but that strength can't be used without joint health. That's why hemp seeds offer a double benefit. They support both the engine, your muscles, and the hinges, your joints. I remember Caroline, 67, who was hesitant to add seeds to her diet because she thought they'd be hard to chew or digest. Once she tried sprinkling a tablespoon of hemp seeds over her morning oatmeal, she was surprised. They were soft, mild in flavor, and didn't upset her stomach. After a couple of months, she told me her morning walks felt smoother, with less stiffness in her knees. Hemp seeds are also easy to use. Sprinkle them over steamed vegetables, stir them into yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or mix them into grain bowls for a gentle, nutty flavor. Avoid roasting them at high heat, as their delicate oils can break down and lose some benefits. A small handful, about 3 tablespoons, adds a meaningful protein boost to your day. Over time, this simple habit can help keep your muscles fueled, your joints comfortable, and your energy steady. Think of hemp seeds as nature's multi-tool: compact, versatile, and ready to support your strength and mobility in more ways than one. Number 3 on our list looks, feels, and tastes like meat, but it's made entirely from plants. Meat seitan, also known as wheat meat. With an impressive 39 grams of protein per 100 grams, it rivals the highest protein cuts of meat without the saturated fat, heaviness, or inflammation that can come with animal products. Seitan is made by washing wheat dough until only the gluten, the pure protein part, remains. This gives it a dense, chewy, remarkably satisfying texture, especially for anyone who misses the bite of meat but wants something lighter on the digestive system. And because most of the starch and fiber are removed in the process, seitan's protein is more concentrated and easier for older digestive systems to absorb. A 2022 study in Clinical Nutrition ESPN found that seniors with plant-based protein isolates like seitan retained 21% more lean muscle over a year than those on a traditional mixed diet. The researchers noted that easy-to-digest proteins are especially valuable for people over 60, when nutrient absorption can slow down. I think of Tom, 63, who wanted to reduce red meat for heart health, but didn't want to feel deprived. He started making seitan strips at home, sautéed with garlic and olive oil, and served them with roasted vegetables. Within a few months, he reported feeling lighter after meals and noticed less stiffness during his morning bike rides. Cooking with seitan is simple. Slice it into stir fries, grill it for savory strips, or roast it with herbs for a plant-based Sunday roast. Because it's rich in non-heme iron, I suggest pairing it with vitamin C-rich vegetables like bell peppers or kale to boost absorption. It's worth noting that seitan isn't suitable for those with celiac disease or gluten intolerance, but for those who can enjoy it, seitan is a lean, concentrated protein source that's easy to prepare and endlessly versatile. Think of it as the protein powerhouse in disguise, satisfying your appetite while quietly fueling your muscles for the long haul. Number 2 on our list is rich, savory, and aged to perfection: Parmesan cheese. Not only does it taste incredible, but it also delivers an impressive 42 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's more than most cuts of beef, and over twice what you'd get from milk or cottage cheese. What sets Parmesan apart isn't just the amount of protein, it's how easily your body can use it. Because Parmesan is aged for 12 to 36 months, the proteins are naturally broken down into free-form amino acids. This means your digestive system has less work to do, making the protein more readily available to your muscles. This is a big win for older adults, since enzyme production and digestive efficiency often slow with age. A 2019 study in Nutrients found that seniors absorbed amino acids from aged cheeses like Parmesan nearly 30% more efficiently than from cooked meat. That's a significant advantage when every gram of usable protein counts for maintaining muscle mass. Parmesan is also rich in leucine, the amino acid that tells your muscles it's time to start rebuilding. Just 30 grams, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of grated cheese, provides over 1.5 grams of leucine, enough to hit the threshold needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis and help prevent sarcopenia, the gradual muscle loss with age. I think of Eleanor, 70, who had lost her appetite after a surgery and struggled to eat enough protein. We added freshly grated Parmesan to her roasted vegetables, omelets, and whole grain soups. She found that the aroma and flavor boosted her appetite, and over the following months, her strength returned steadily. The beauty of Parmesan is that a little goes a long way. Try using a microplane grater to create fine shavings that melt beautifully over warm dishes, releasing more aroma and flavor. Whether sprinkled over pasta, stirred into grain bowls, or added to vegetable bakes, it can transform your meal's taste and nutritional impact. Think of Parmesan as protein in a gourmet disguise, indulgent, flavorful, and secretly working to keep your muscles strong and your steps steady. Number 1 on our list is something most people over 60 have never tried, yet it might be the single most concentrated muscle-building food you can eat: dried fish powder. Made by dehydrating lean fish like cod or pollock, it's ground into a fine powder, almost pure protein. Per 100 grams, it contains an incredible 63 grams of protein, nearly twice as much as chicken breast, more than most whey supplements, and far beyond what you'd get from eggs. How quickly the protein is absorbed is what makes dried fish powder especially powerful for older adults. Because the moisture has been removed, the protein structure becomes more accessible to digestive enzymes, meaning your muscles can start using it for repair and growth almost immediately. This is particularly important after 60, when the body responds more slowly to protein intake. A 2020 clinical trial in clinical nutrition tracked seniors who added dried cod powder to their daily diet without changing their exercise routines. In just 10 weeks, participants gained 19% more lean muscle mass compared to a control group. And this wasn't from hitting the gym. It was simply from providing the muscles with high quality, highly usable daily protein. Dried fish powder is also packed with leucine. Just 25 grams contains over 3 grams of this key amino acid, more than enough to activate muscle protein synthesis. And because it's shelf-stable, easy to store, and requires no chewing, it's an excellent choice for older adults with low appetite or difficulty eating solid foods. I remember George, a 72-year-old recovering from a minor stroke, who struggled to get enough protein from regular meals. We started adding dried fish powder and mashed vegetables to his soups. Within 2 months, he noticed more energy, better walking balance, and improved grip strength. Choose a food-grade powder with no added salt, flavors, or preservatives for the best results. You can stir it into soups, stews, savory oatmeal, or even blend it into dips for a discreet protein boost. Think of it as protein you can't see but your muscles can feel. A quiet but powerful ally in keeping your strength, independence, and vitality well into your later years. We've covered 10 incredible foods, each richer in protein than eggs, each offering unique benefits to help protect your muscles, joints, and overall vitality after 60. From the creamy versatility of Greek yogurt to the concentrated power of dried fish powder, these aren't just numbers on a nutrition label. They're tools, practical, science-backed ways to keep your body strong, steady, and ready for the life you want to live. Remember, after 60, it's not just about how much protein you eat, but how well your body can use it. That's why so many of these foods bring more than protein. They help reduce inflammation, improve digestion, support joint health, and deliver the amino acids your muscles need in forms that are easy to absorb. This combination means your body isn't just holding on to muscle, it's actively repairing and rebuilding it. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Even 1 or 2 swaps, replacing your usual breakfast toast with Greek yogurt and berries, adding a handful of pumpkin seeds to your salad, or stirring a spoonful of dried fish powder into soup, can make a meaningful difference over time. Consistency is your strongest ally. I've seen it firsthand. People in their 60s and 70s regaining energy, steadier balance, and more confidence in their daily activities simply by feeding their bodies what they truly need. Regardless of age, your muscles respond when you give them the right fuel. So, which one of these foods will you try first? Share it in the comments. Your choice might inspire someone else to take their first step towards stronger, more independent years. If you found this helpful, give the video a like, subscribe for more science-backed tips, and hit the bell so you never miss a new post. And remember, staying strong after 60 isn't luck. What you put on your plate, day after day, shapes the years ahead.